Most Americans know that Independence Day is celebrated on July 4th, but many don't realize that the actual vote for independence took place on July 2, 1776. On that day, the Continental Congress officially voted to secede from Great Britain. In fact, John Adams, one of the founding fathers, believed that July 2nd would be remembered as the most memorable epoch in the history of America. He even wrote to his wife Abigail that the celebration would be with pomp and pageantry, with plays, games, sports, cannons, bells, bonfires, and illuminations. So why do we celebrate July 4th? Because July 4th is the day the Declaration of Independence was officially adopted. Although the vote for independence took place on July 2nd, it took Congress 2 more days to finalize the wording of the document. Thomas Jefferson's draft was revised and approved on July 4th, and that is the date that appears on the Declaration itself. Interestingly, the document was not actually signed by a majority of the delegates until August. But July 4th remained in effect, in part because that was the date printed on the copies that were distributed to the public. So while July 2nd marks the decision, July 4th is the proclamation, and that is the date that Americans have celebrated for nearly 250 years.